In this session I'm going to look at how we can do a recording of the service. Typically we do a sermon recording on a Sunday morning, and how we can do that using the built-in capabilities of the desk to record directly to a USB drive. So normally this will be actually connected up to the desk already. If it's not, then you need to make sure it's plugged into the socket on the top right hand corner. So once that's connected up, we've made shortcuts for recording by setting up these soft keys, which are on the top left here. So keys 4, 5 and 6 are set up and labelled as being the 3 buttons you need to record. So they are 1 to arm it, record ready, 1 to start and 1 to stop. So those are the 3 you need in that order. Because the stop light is not currently lit up, which it should be because it's not recording, that means it's not currently set to record onto USB drive, so I need to change that in the setup. So I go to setup, and if I look down on here, I'm in audio, across the top there it says USB, so I go to that and I can see that the USB mode is currently set to USB-B. That means it's expecting to talk to a laptop. So I tap on that and change it to SQ drive, and that will then use the local drive inserted into the desk. I can also change the sample rate. 48 is fine, you've only got 96 or 48, and I think 48 will be more than adequate for what we need. So do apply, and now the record stop light is lit up to say it's able to record, but it's not currently recording. So if I want to see where these are done in the desk, then I go to Utility, go to the SQ drive menu item there, and I now get the main recording section. So this is split into two. We've got stereo and multi-track. We're not going to look at multi-track. We're going to concentrate just on stereo. That will just take the main left-right output from the desk and record it directly to a track, which is fine if we want to just do a recording of everything that's on there, or just the sermon, for instance. So we've got the same 3 buttons. The soft keys here are actually the same as these 3 buttons. They're just in the other way around. So we've got the record ready on the right, play, pause, and then stop. So these 3 here do the same as these 3 here, just the other way around. So if I want to get ready to record, which I can do at any point, I press the record ready button. So I can press that. That now lights up flashing red to say that it's ready to record, but it's not recording yet. The button on the screen here is also lit up and flashing, and at the top right hand corner of the screen I've got this flashing circle and 2 dashes saying record is ready. Now that one on the screen is visible wherever you are. So if I'm in processing, or if I've got channels selected, that is always going to be there. The same as the record ready button on the desk is always obviously there as well. If I go back to here, when I actually want to start the recording, then I press the record start pause button. Either this one here or the one on the screen, depending where I am. So if I press that now, that's now recording. Again, you get the indicator at the top right hand corner of the screen wherever you are. The record pause button itself is lit, and on here you've got both the record and the play pause button shown as pressed in. If you're on this screen, you can also see the elapsed time, how long it's been recording for, and how long you've got left on the device, which is more than enough time. Again, if I'm in a different part of this the screen area, I still got the record button on the top right, so I can see it's recording, and I've got this visual indicator on the desk as well, so I can see. So at any point I can then press the stop button to say, right, I've finished. The stop button now lights up blue, that means stopped. The indicator's gone from the top there. If I go back to utility, that's now gone as well. So I could do the same thing from here. I could press that one to stop, to arm it, middle one to actually start the recording, and that one to stop. They all do the same things. The reason of having the soft keys is you don't have to be on the screen, but it's useful to have the screen to go to just to double check it if you're not sure. But that's it, that's how you do a recording onto the SQ drive. Hopefully that gives you a quick overview of how to use the built-in recording function.